Zim, the machine says that the only career you are suitable for is...
Yes, Lord of Humans! I will rule you all with an iron fist!
No, Zim. The machine has assigned you a career in fast food preparation.
I will prepare food with my iron fist! Then I will work my way up to ruling you all with my fist! You, obey the fist!
One part of the process in making children's animated entertainment that I don't see explored all that often in all the behind-the-scenes documents and retrospectives is, for those shows that have multiple cartoons per episode, how are these shorter subjects paired up? I'm sure it's different from show to show, some opting to just put together things in whatever order they come down the production pipeline in, others finding apt pairings after the fact, and some pairing their shorts together to create certain thematic statements. For example, if in an episode of Invader Zim, you took two shorts that had little or no Zim in them, and instead focused on the show's hero antagonist Dib, and both cartoons are about Dib's interactions as a child conspiracy theorist with adult conspiracy theorists, and you put those shorts together, are you making a statement through that pairing? Or is that just a happy coincidence? And if it is a statement, what might that statement be? Originally airing on May 4th, 2001, Career Day / Battle-Dib is the 6th episode of Invader Zim's first season. Career Day, written by series regular Rob Hummel, sees Miss Bitter's class participate in Career Day, where the results of a test will determine the inevitable and disappointing futures for these innocent children. Zim, the alien invader posing as a human, thinks that this will be his in for a powerful Earth leadership position that will give him the edge in world domination. Turns out Zim is qualified to work at the fast food chain McMeaty's, not to be confused with the fast food chain Mr. Meaty. Zim still tries to use this opportunity to build power.
And once I have mastered the French fries, what is the next promotion?
After fries, you get to work the grill.
And then how many promotions until I am made ruler of the planet?
About 4.
Dib, on the other hand, gets exactly the career he wants, a paranormal investigator, which means that he gets to spend the day with Bill. Bill seems like the real deal, a proper X-Files guy, and Dib is initially excited to be talking to someone who will believe him about Zim. But it turns out that while Bill believes in some odd things, they just so happen to be the wrong odd things.
You've got Bigfoot and dinosaurs in with the fake stuff.
You think those things are real? That's exactly what they want you to believe.
That's what who wants me to believe.
So now Dib is stuck with a guy who doesn't believe in aliens, but does believe that the vampire mascot of Count Coco Fang is a real creature that needs to be brought to justice. To make matters worse, Dib learns from Bill's files that today is the galactic equinox, an alignment of planets that cause aliens to forcefully molt. This may be Dib's one chance to convince Bill of Zim's true nature, so they rush back to spy the molting. Now, fair warning, there have been a lot of very gross moments in Nicktoons history. The toenail from SpongeBob, the teeth brushing from CurtDogg, the nerve endings in the Ren and Stimpy show. Nicktoons can get rather gnarly. Now, this is subjective, you may disagree with this. There's definitely room for debate. But for me personally, the Zim molting scene inside McMeaty's is the grossest thing that's ever happened in a Nicktoon. I don't know what it is. It's obviously not as detailed as a SpongeBob or Ren and Stimpy gross out gag. Maybe it's the presence of food. Maybe it's the molt's correlation with pus. Maybe it's the art style. But this moment makes me right queasy. And it's all for naught, as Dib fails to get Bill to notice. Even among adult conspiracy theorists, Dib can't be taken seriously. But what if there was a whole secret society of conspiracy theorists on the dark web? Battle-Dib was written by series creator Jonan Vasquez and series regular Eric Trueheart. Here we're introduced to the Swollen Eyeball Network, a shadowy organization of truth seekers that Dib desperately wants to be a part of. However, seeing as he's a child, he'll not be allowed to attend their meetings and give a presentation on Zim without written permission from his father. And his father just happens to be the very busy Professor Membrane, mad scientist and children's television host. And you can't just walk up into his studio, even if you are his son.
Nobody gets in to see Professor Membrane without a security clearance.
You don't get it. He's my dad. Ow! Really, I need him to sign his... Will you cut that out?
To get in, Dib has to go through the studio audience application process. First, a grueling gauntlet of advanced knowledge testing, and then a one-on-one combat arena.
Don't worry, small friend. Shunk have plan. We end in time, we both go see show.
What? Okay, Shunk, was it?
Point goes to contestant number 1!
All of Shunk's dreams now come true!
While Dib ultimately fails the application process, he ends up running into his father backstage anyway. He gets his signature in a very roundabout way, and makes it to the Swollen Eyeball Network meeting in time, only to realize that he left his demonstration behind. Battle-Dib is kind of structurally weird, and definitely the weaker of the two shorts. Dib's sister Gaz is following him around because he ate her slice of pizza and she wants revenge.
Let it be known that from this day until the end of the day, vengeance will be mine. Dib, you will not know the meaning of peace, for I shall rain misery down upon your pizza-stealing heart! I thought I'd help you out.
But that revenge doesn't really play out in a meaningful way. She's just hanging back, delivering a dry remark from time to time. It's not quite as sharp a satire as Career Day. It doesn't have any fun side characters, and it doesn't have any iconic ooh, whoa moments like Zim's molting. But we're not here to grade them separately. We're here to grade them as a single episode. Both shorts share a lot in common. For one, they both introduce additional paranormal investigators / conspiracy theorists into the Invader Zim world, meaning that Dib is not alone in his concerns on this alien invasion. Both Bill and the Swollen Eyeball Network would show up again later in the series to various capacities. Bill mostly as a cameo, but the Swollen Eyeballs actually do get pretty involved at one point. So it becomes clear that Dib is not the only force on Earth that can look into and resist these alien incursions. Which is not the same thing as saying that Dib is not alone. In both of these shorts, the adult paranormal investigators dismiss Dib, talk over him, don't listen to his ideas, and make him jump through all these extra hoops to even get their attention. Even in the ostracized world of coast-to-coast AM weirdos, Dib is still a child that the adults don't take seriously. This parallels Zim's own relationship with the Urkin Empire. He's a tiny little guy that the bigger guys don't take seriously, and so he got placed on this backwaters Earth assignment so that he'd get out of their hair. Now this is classic Nickelodeon. A clear kids rule, parents drool line in the sand if I've ever seen one, just with a bit of that Vasquez alternative art flair. I think many of us in our childhoods have had situations where we were ignored by the adults, or were made to feel disenfranchised by our inability to do things without their approval. That's clearly a major theme in this episode, and also a major theme for the show as a whole. And that's why I think Invader Zim holds up way better than most of the edgy, hot topic inspiring animations from the early 2000s. It gets to the heart of something real in a way that, I don't know, Foamy the Squirrel or Happy Tree Friends never really tried to. Of course, this amplification of theme might just be a happy accident of these two shorts being haphazardly paired together, but if that's the case, it's still a perfectly valid reading. This is the episode we have. This is its final form, and it is the work we are here to judge. The same can be said for the series as a whole, but that greater analysis will have to wait for a later date. This was just a sample.